That's not right at all. Let's fix that, shall we? Oh dear God. I'm too big. Too big for my life. Let's fix this. Yes. Alright, let's figure this. Let's... Did I just break it? Fucking hate OBS. Well, that's not right either. Is it? No, it does not mean Staxels. Big old thing. Oh, that's gone forever. Let's just get rid of that. Okay. I think we're Gouda. Music is really loud. Okay, that's better. Hey folks! I tried to eat all my spaghetti before I put on the cam, but I made a lot of spaghetti. You either make too much spaghetti or not enough spaghetti. There is no making the perfect amount of spaghetti. Unless you're like baby Jesus. Oh, I gotta show you guys my new figure. This is my girl Ironheart. Spaghetti and white? Yeah. Oh, you mean I'm wearing white, not like I'm eating spaghetti and I'm also a white person. Yeah, it's Ironheart. Her name is Riri Williams. She reverse engineered her own Iron Man suit when she was like 15 and going to MIT. And Tony Stark took her under his wing. And when Tony Stark dies in the Second Civil War, then Riri Williams becomes the Iron Man. I haven't been keeping up on that quite as much as I would like. Like, I have all these comics that I've been just like, I go and I pick up the stuff in my box for the last, year. I don't have time to read them, which sucks, right? So I'm trying to figure out how to make that work. But yeah, we're gonna play more Tokyo Dark tonight, as soon as I get my shit together. I don't understand how my husband does this. So for like 2 weeks, almost 2 weeks, he's coming home on Friday. For almost 2 weeks, and surely I did this before he moved in with me. Like, surely I did the laundry and cooked myself dinner and folded the laundry and put the laundry away and cleaned the cat boxes. He'll tell you, no, I didn't do those things, and he's probably right. But Jesus, like, I'm doing all his chores, and I realized doing all his chores, he does all the chores.
We could have built an empire together. That was your dream, not mine.
So, oh good. Well, that's not right either. um... So guess you haven't heard about... Hang on, this thing's being a little weird. It won't let me see what you're typing. 1 second. Oh god. Alright, it's way too little. Let's do this in front of me. So I guess you have heard about my comic adventure. No. I have not. What's your comic adventure? Why won't that do the thing? There we go, that's fixed. What's your comic adventure? I just refreshed chat, so I lost everything that was in there. Combo screen, yeah. Slobs, which is Streamlabs OBS. Slobs is really handy, but also like fucking buggy as shit. Let's get rid of that. That's not what we want. Interesting. Basically got 12 some graphic novels for around $30. I mean, what I generally would say about DC is there isn't a story there. Oh! I am not funny. Yeah, man, like, they're having some issues, in that they're not doing a real good job of marketing to new people. And when people do want to get into comics, and Marvel and DC both have this problem, when people do want to get into comics for the first time, they're like, where do I fucking start? There's so many titles. There's like 6 different... there's more than 6. There's so many Batman titles. Like, it's like, what? And some of them are in the middle of storylines. Well, then, do you need to get the... You know, do you need to get all of, like, just in this one plot arc? Can you even find the ones that are in this plot arc? Because there are some, like... Just, yeah. And there's gotta be a way to keep comics alive and keep them marketable. But a smarter person than me is gonna have to figure it out. Because I feel like they keep catering to a bunch of, like, 40 or 50-year-old white guys. And the 40 or 50-year-old white guys aren't going to live forever, dude. Like, oh yeah, Sandman was my first comic. Sandman, I really like Fables. I fell out, like, through, like, the big, chunky middle of the series and came back in at the end. Um, you should read, oh, we were talking about this in, fucking, the GDPG Discord, where, Curse Words is a good title. Alright, oh yeah, we were gonna talk to Grandma. Because we need to figure out what the fuck's going on with this mask. Also, I'm not doing voices tonight. I have a little bit of sore throat. It's just the weather. I'm not sick. God, I made so much spaghetti. Guys. And there's too much meat in my spaghetti. I can't remember. It might be an Image title. I'm trying not to chew into the mic. I'm sorry. Scary moment happens. Yeah. You, I told you to stay away from my family. Don't drag my grandchildren into this any more than you already have. Stay back. I have questions about the Common Kai, the group your daughter and son-in-law were part of. You're the only one alive who'd remember. Common Kai, I don't know anything about it. Leave me. Grandma, enough. Listen to yourself. Do you even realize you're lying anymore? Takashi told us everything. And you, Ito, just because this investigation's important to you doesn't give you the right to barge in here. Mai, your grandma and I need to talk. If it upsets you, maybe you should go. No, I'm not going anywhere. This is the house I grew up in. It's as much mine as it is Grandma's. If you have something to say, you can say it in front of me. Only a little while ago, I found out my parents died in some cult, and no one even knows why. You think hearing that was easy for me? I want to help you, Ito, but all the deceit and lies are starting to hurt people. What I'm chasing is so much worse. Tell that to the poor man in the station. He's in the hospital now, terrified out of his wits. People aren't only here to be used for information and then thrown away while you move on. They have lives too. And bringing up the past can hurt. Surely you of all people understand that. I do. But ignoring the past won't make it go away. And there's unfinished business from the Common Kai that needs to be taken care of. But what's left to talk about? Everyone's dead, right? Mai, I promise to talk to you about all this later. For now, let me and the detective talk. Go on. You were cooking us dinner, weren't you? All right. We'll talk about it later. But I'll be in the other room if you need me. So you found me out. Now that Mai knows, I suppose there's no point in keeping it a secret any longer. The truth is, my daughter never would have joined the Common Kai if it weren't for me. I convinced her and her husband to join. Whoa, dude! I was already a member. At the time I joined. Here's with the comic Zombie Tramp. Finally, one of my favorite art. Dude, one of my things that I do, and this sounds like, I will buy comics literally just for the art. I have comics I've never read. I'm never gonna read them because I have like one in like a series of 4 or whatever. And I just got the art was fucking awesome. So that's totally worth it. Spaghetti burp. Woo. That's when Tokimasa found me and told me that the society that stigmatized and shunned me was a fiction. A great machine to be fought, and that my very soul was at stake. Of course, he used me as he did everyone else. I desperately wanted to hear that my struggles weren't my fault. They stole everything from me. My youth, my mind, then my child. Let me get myself situated here. Oh, okay. Sunstone? I'll have to check that out. Then one day in 1996, they all died. The cause of death was buried, and no autopsies were performed. Or if they were hidden. Why? That's simple. The government didn't care about some dead cultists in the woods and covered it up so the papers wouldn't sensationalize their deaths. That's it? After everything I've found, you expect me to believe that? 12 people died that day and no one knows why. What happened? Tell me the truth. You want to know what happened so badly? Fine, I'll tell you. They died for nothing, following in the footsteps of a madman who believed that life was an illusion. As words of other compounds and other groups being raided spread, Tokimasa began warning us that the end was near. Lesbian BDSM series on finding love. Okay, you had me. I gotta check that out. He believed the world was collapsing and it was time for him and his followers to abandon the flesh and find purity among the gods. My Amiko, she didn't die from some conspiracy. She chose death because she no longer had an anchor to reality, and it was my fault. I just read it for the articles. Well, see what the funny thing is about people, but like, and that's a thing about Playboy. People are like, oh, I just read it for the articles. The articles in Playboy are really good, and they've always been really good. They have one of the best short fiction contests in the country. Beyond that, I don't know what happened to them. No, you do know something. In the report, it says after the officers cleared the bodies, they found the mask. The same one you handed to me 6 months ago. That's... Tokimasa would always keep it to himself, saying it granted him sight into the realm of the kami. I needed it. You don't understand. It allowed us to see strange things and people who were gone. The guru was a fool, a fake, but the mask was real. There was a rumor that the cult members were killed by one of their own. Surely you didn't. No, you don't understand. I would never kill my own child. I didn't take the mask, it was given to me. One day, a man, some journalist or other, showed up at my door carrying the mask. I couldn't believe it. I begged him for it, and he stood there smiling at me. His eyes were like none I'd ever seen. It was strange. All he wanted in exchange for the mask was a picture of Amiko. It was the collector! Alright. Okay. Mug warmer on! When I joined the cult, I was forced to give up my possessions, and only had one left. But I gave it to him nevertheless. I thought if I had the mask that I could find her, that maybe she would forgive me. As soon as I had it in my hands, my mind opened. I could hear her voice. So you went into the sewers chasing after her, thinking you could save her. Takashi told you that as well, did he? Yes, it's true. Amika was crying out to me, begging me to find her and free her from a dark place. I would have given anything to hold her in my arms again and plead her forgiveness. I don't care if you don't believe me. Just like Tanaka was calling out to me. I do believe you. We're probably some of the few people left alive who know what this mask is capable of. If you really thought it'd help you find her, then why'd you give it to me? Because I was wrong. At first I only followed whispers. Then I found myself in a strange labyrinth, chasing after her shade. The days bled together. I lost track of my grandchildren, of the shrine. It was an illusion. No matter how hard I tried, I never found her. I only became more and more disconnected from the world around me. I descended into madness. I was being used again, just as Tokimasa had used me so many years before. I tried getting rid of it, throwing it away, burning it. None of it mattered. It always came back. And when I did, the visions and whispers only got worse. So I put it out of my mind and tried as best I could to live a life of solitude and ignore the screams of my daughter. Then you came. And when you did, the mask was screaming out in voices I'd never heard before. I thought it was a sign, so I gave it to you. I didn't even have time to breathe out a sigh of relief before I heard a gunshot ring out. No one else ran to it. I think I was the only one who knew that sound for what it was. I thought the mask was punishing me once again by taking Mai away from me. Instead, it had passed tragedy to another. I'm sorry. Perhaps the knowledge of the mask should die with us. There is one other person who knows about the mask. A girl named Reina. Does that name mean anything to you? No, I don't know anybody by that name. Do you expect me to know everyone who's been touched by the mask? No, but you were involved with a group that worshipped it. Are you sure you're telling me everything? Yes. What good will accusing an old woman do? Unless you're chasing someone too. Okay. That must be it. Mai told me you lost someone. Your partner in the police, is that right? If I'm right, then I suggest you stop your search. The place I was shown by the mask was not meant for the living. I barely escaped with my life. Stop while your mind and body remain intact. What if I told you there was another option? What other option? In the months since I first met you, I've had time to examine the ancient texts in this shrine, and as the mask grew farther away, it loosened its grip on my mind. I knew then it would someday make its way back to me, and so I became determined to find a way to protect myself and my grandchildren from its influence. The darkness of the common Kai and its ritual object are but manipulations used to sever a connection with what is truly divine. The mask breeds darkness. Dark forces can invade all manner of living and non-living things, driving them to violence or death. That which is evil cannot be used or tolerated. It must be destroyed. It is the only way to save us from its grip. Destroy the mask? I thought you just said it couldn't be done. Not physically. Grandma, is everything okay? I overheard you talking about that mask again. Yes, dear, but you needn't worry. In fact, it's good you're here, as this talk involves you. Mai, you've trained in exorcism and purification rituals for quite some time, haven't you? Such a ritual could purify the mask and turn it into a mere piece of wood. Given we gather the right materials, of course. I can tell from the look in your eyes that you think me to be senile, but I'm quite serious. Even modern rituals have ancient roots, and with enough conviction they are still capable of great power. Before, I was content to die as long as the mask didn't hurt my children, as I was too feeble to do what was necessary myself. But now seeing you here, I see a second chance to do what is right. If you truly do know what the mask is, then you must help me destroy it. Slow down, I didn't come here to be involved in a ritual or exorcism, or whatever you call it. I only want the truth about the common Kai, which you still haven't given me. You're a stubborn one, aren't you? So be it. I can see there's only one way to change your mind. The only trace of what happened that day would be at the common Kai compound itself. Ooh. The records of its location are lost, and they were never made public, but I know where it is. What's the catch? Go there, search for your truth. See what worshipping the mask has wrought. When you return, you'll help me destroy it. What makes you so confident I'll change my mind? I went back once, years ago. In all honesty, I'm not sure why. Perhaps to remind myself of my sins. What I saw and felt in that place, it was tainted by darkness and death. Those two things are all the mask will afford you. There is something else. I had a feeling you'd say that. The heavy, unnatural air I felt when I returned to the compound. It had the same stench, the same quality of the tunnels where I searched for Emiko. Sounds like a superstition to me. So what exactly is it you want in exchange for the information? I believe the energies of the mask in that place are linked. I want you to bring something back from there. Anything. It may help in the ritual. Looking for the truth will not bring you peace, detective. Purifying the mask very well might. Remember that. The compound is in the forest of Aokigahara. Aokigahara. Yeah, I think it's Aokigahara. Sure. Oh, shit! Okay. Hey, that's the Suicide Forest. Suicide Forest. What a dreadful name. Though I suppose those woods have seen their fair share of tragedy and death. Ito, you can't just go charging in there. It's dangerous. What if you get lost? GPS doesn't work in there, and I heard even compasses won't point north. Not only that, but, well, a lot of people go there to die. I don't think you should go. You two keep talking about that mask like it's some evil spirit. Causing you pain, but I think the pain you're feeling isn't caused by a mask. It's just you. So many nights after the girl died in the shrine, I had nightmares. Every corner I went around, I thought I'd see her there. It wasn't a ritual or a charm that made me better, though. I just stopped listening to the fear. I confronted it. When you took me to see Takashi, that was the first time I'd left Kamakura since April. It's embarrassing to admit it, but I was scared. Yeah, Takashi telling me all that stuff about Mom and Dad was scary, but it was the truth. I wasn't hiding from some demon I'd invented myself. Anyway, I know you might not listen to me, but I don't think you should put yourself in danger just so you can keep chasing your demons. Maybe you're right. Some demons have a way of spreading to others. Seeing the Kamenkai compound is something I have to do. Well, it's your choice, but Aokigahara is huge. How are you going to find one compound? Mai makes a good point. It's been a long time. Are you sure you remember where it is? Of course I do. I know what you two must think of me, but I'm not senile. It's a hike away from a bus stop on the outskirts of Narasawa. We used to go into town occasionally for supplies. Several miles away from the bus stop, there's a clearing and a path there used time to time by the Forest Service. I'll draw you a map before you leave. It continues for quite some time, and eventually it will be blocked off. Keep going forward and don't turn back or leave the path. The forest can play tricks on you. Supposing the path is still there, it seems pretty incredible to me that the compound would have been left alone all these years. It still stands. After all, why would they bother to go and dismantle it? Go, search for whatever truth you think you'll find. But be careful, detective. Do what must be done, then leave. Staying there is dangerous. I hope that once you enter that place and feel the energy I did, you'll have the sense to see what I never could. You understand, don't you? The mask must be purified. It depends on... Well, Tanaka's dead. Tanaka's dead. I'm pretty sure we're not going to be reunited with him. I don't want to lock myself down into an option where I may have to go back on my word. Let's do this. Don't be a fool. Finding what happened that day will change nothing. You're being haunted by your past, chasing phantoms as I once did. I'm a detective, not an exorcist. Damn it, Jim. When you enter those dark places, you leave pieces behind. Purify it. Stop this while you're still whole. I'll begin preparations for the ceremony regardless. Mai, see her out. What? I'm not staying for dinner? Bitch. T. Fredrickson. Rating with 12 people. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. Welcome, everybody. Whee! Thank you so much. I'm Foxin' in a Boxin'. We are playing a game called Tokyo Dark, where we are investigating some supernatural crap. It's kind of visual novel, also kind of point-and-click adventure. It's a little spooky. It's a little spooky. She's never said anything like that to me. You must have really scared her. Listen, I'll help with this ritual because I think it'll help Grandma get better. But don't get yourself killed. I know in your eyes I'm probably just a kid, but I know how much it hurts to want the truth. Takashi obsessed over the past, and I was miserable not knowing. Grandma almost went insane on top of that. Grandma said it yourself, you're still young. You should forget about all this and start over. And you might not want to hear this, but listening to you two talk about masks and spirits, well, you sounded like that girl at the shrine. It scares me, and it should scare you too. Take care of yourself, Ito. Alright, cool. Alright. I think there's nothing else to do in Kamakura. I really don't want to go to Aokigahara. Despite its nickname, the volcanic earth it grows on makes the forest beautiful and green. Every year, however, large numbers of people wander in, intending it to be their final resting place. Occasionally, authorities have to comb through it for new bodies. Alright. Finally. This must be the path the old Kawana woman was talking about. If her story was true, all I need to do is follow it to find the Kamenkai's old compound. Let's hope it's that simple. No time to sit here and think it through. I need to get out of these woods before nightfall. Alright. So, right now we are going to this old cult compound where this artifact supposedly came from. And everybody in this cult committed suicide, like, 20 years ago. I don't usually play spooky shit. Three statues covered in moss and undergrowth. Looks like one is missing. This is from the beginning of the game. Reina, what is she doing here? Let me turn that down a little bit. There we go. Where am I? No, anywhere but here. I don't want to remember this. Why now? Ito, why did you come here? You've left me here to die again, haven't you? It was your fault this happened to me. You're so selfish. You never care about what happens to anyone but yourself. People who get hurt along the way are just collateral damage. It's all about you and what you want. You. You're not looking for me. You only want to hurt the girl, to hurt the old woman, to see everyone who gets in your way suffer. No, that's not true. I would have done anything to change what happened to you. Make it go away. I can't bear to look anymore. Stop. Make it stop. I don't want to remember. What a great idea. Remembering hurts, doesn't it? Let me take away all that pain. Let's forget together, Ayami-chan. No. So what happens if I just, like, wait? Because we did that once before. Let's wait it out. See what happens. So we went back to the shrine, and it said kill her, kill her, kill her, kill her. Like, those were our only options. If we don't have a timer on this one, though. What? There's no options here. Well, he died at the beginning of the game. Okay. Not what I needed in my life. No, Jesus-sama statue. I feel a familiar presence as I pick it up. I just like this music. Has there ever been any danger in this game? There's been some jump scares. Weird. No, I don't believe there's stuff that can kill me. Jace, the way you were sleeping, I thought you'd never wake up. What? Where? Casa Ki, thank God you're okay. I knew I'd find you. Well, find me? What are you talking about? I haven't gone anywhere. I saw you on the ground. Reina, she slit your throat. That must have been a hell of a nightmare you had. Nothing a good cup of coffee can't fix. Speaking of, I fixed the coffee machine, so you can officially file that case as closed. Hey, you okay? You look a little out of it. Take your time getting ready. I'll be in the other room. Yeah, thanks, Casa Ki. What is this? I was looking for something, wasn't I? Why can't I remember? My heart's beating a mile a minute. I can't shake this feeling of dread that's hanging in the air. This is real, right? I want it to be real. Kitty! Welcome back to the real world, sleepyhead. Huh? You're not dressed? You didn't forget about our picnic, did you? Picnic? We were going to have a picnic in the park and see the cherry blossoms, remember? I know it's not exactly traditional, but I figured we could grab a pizza on the way over, too. It's an important time of year, after all. Did you forget that? Don't you remember when the cherry blossoms fell and you saved those two girls at the shrine? You're a hero. Saved? No, I'm no hero. She died. I killed her. She's always trying to stop me from... Casa Ki. Something doesn't feel right. This isn't where I'm supposed to be. Of course it is. We're together. The sun's out. We've got Lady Fluff. Yeah. Isn't this what you wanted? With your parents gone,
Lady Fluff and I are the only family you've got left. This is where you belong. And we love you, Ayami-chan. That's why you'll come with us. Come on, we've got to get going. Go? Where are you taking me? Somewhere safe. Safe? Why? Where was I going? Where's the path? The path isn't for you. It leads to suffering. So let's leave the path and be happy. Forever.
Okay, that doesn't seem right, though. Well, I mean, we know it's not right. Alright, looks like this is our only option. Isn't this nice? We're all here like one big happy family. We don't need anyone else. 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 It's better this way. Stay here. Stay here. Stay here where it's safe. Stay here and rot, Ayami. Casa Ki? What's the matter with you? Nothing is the matter. We are exactly where we need to be. This is all so wonderful. I've taken you somewhere safe, just like I promised. Far away from places you didn't belong. You'll stay here so you can't hurt anyone anymore. Free from all those pesky, painful memories. So let's forget together. Lie down where it's comfortable and stay there. Forever and ever and ever. No. Ignoring the pain won't make it go away. Casa Ki wouldn't want me to forget. He'd tell me to keep going. I know this place. I've been here before. It's drenched in the same suffering as before. Reina, why did you take me here? Why won't you leave me alone? Why do you want to hurt me so badly? Why did you come here? Don't make me remember. I've never felt Reina's presence so strongly before. If I didn't come to my senses, I might have... Why now? What's in this forest that she doesn't want me to see? I do want to check on my stats. Alright, so we're doing pretty good. We've managed to keep our shit together. Not be a fucking loose cannon. Here's the air completely changed when I placed the statue with the others. The forest doesn't seem so dark. I can see a clearing up ahead. Is it over? Reina, are you still here somewhere? Damn it, Reina! You're a loose cannon but a damn good cop! No, I'm Ito. Reina's the redhead girl. This must be it. The Common Kai compound. I finally made it. Looking at it now, I can't help but feel underwhelmed. For all the secrecy, classified documents, and foreboding stories, all I see is drab gray structures in a forest clearing. But it's eerie. Over a decade ago, 12 people died here.
This compound is left standing as a grim reminder. It gives me the creeps. I should find out what I came here for and get back before sundown. What was Reina trying so hard to prevent me from finding here?
Damn it, Ito.
Mommy. Reina. Where were you? I missed you so. Shh, keep your voice down, sweetheart. I can't stay long. Why not? Why don't you stay with me anymore? Well, that's complicated. The Guru thinks it's best if we're apart for a while. He has big plans for us, and for you especially. Who cares about all that? Honey, it's not that simple. Why not? Why won't they let us be together? Because you're so pure and perfect. I know you love me, but I'm no good. If I stay with you, he says I'll corrupt you. But I'm so weak. I wanted to see you. It's our little secret, okay? Okay. Mommy, is it my fault you can't stay with me anymore? Oh, Reina, no. Of course not. It's me. I'm gonna be a big important person someday. I can't hold you back. I know that doesn't make a whole lot of sense right now, but someday you'll understand. Tokimasa has big plans for you. He told me so himself. He said you're the key to everything, because you're so pure. Remember why we left the city? Because everyone's so mean and out for themselves. They're all stained by corruption, but not us. Not you, anyway. I thought you said we were going home. We can't. Tokimasa says the great machine's done for. That all those corrupt people will kill each other in wars and die, and we'll be left. But you'll be there to guide them. Soon. You've been chosen by Tokimasa. Die? I don't want anybody to die. Yes, me neither, sweetie, but like I said, Tokimasa has figured out a new ritual, and you'll be able to help everyone. I don't understand. Why are you saying all these weird things? Now, Reina, it's not easy for me either, but it's not about what we want all the time. If you do this, it'll help me. You want to help Mommy, don't you? Yeah, I guess. Exactly. So let's smile, okay? Hey, guess what? What? Before the ritual, there's going to be a big celebration just for you. It'll be a big feast. What's that mean? It's a big meal where everyone gets to eat all the food they want. It's like a party. Doesn't that sound fun? I guess so. Then I can come see you again. Do you promise? Yeah. Afterwards, we'll all go out together to the ritual. All together? I thought you said it was just me. Like I said, sweetheart, you've been chosen. Tokimasa says you'll gain the sight to guide us to salvation. Okay. Hey, don't look so sad. You'll get me crying if you do, and you don't want to see Mommy cry, do you? No. Good. Reina, I need you to listen to me now. Here, I want you to have this. It's Mommy's amulet, the one I've kept since I was little. I want you to have it for the ritual. When it starts, I want you to hold it and keep your eyes shut tight, okay? If you get scared, just grab it tight and think of me, okay? But that amulet is yours. Don't you need it? What if something bad happens to you? It's more important you have it now. Promise me you'll do what I asked. I promise. Let's make a pinky promise. Okay. And you know what happens when you break a pinky promise, right? Yeah, you said my pinky'd fall off. Exactly. And we wouldn't want that now, would we? After tomorrow, things might be different. Maybe even a little scary, but it's not all bad. The most important thing is that Tokimasa has told us that we'll be together. I love you, Reina. I love you too, Mommy.
Well. Oh, Reina, maybe you shouldn't be here.
Well, why not?
The feast isn't for you. It's for us, the impure, who must prepare ourselves. Tokimasa says that the impure must purify themselves by feasting and expunging the darkness from their bodies. Does that mean pooping? He totally means pooping. If I can remain uncorrupted, even someone worthless like me will be able to ascend to a higher plane.
I don't think you're worthless. Everyone keeps telling me I'm so special, but no one visits me anymore. And where's everyone else? Are they hiding from me now too?
The others are with the guru, preparing themselves for tomorrow. Don't worry, Reina. Everything will be clear tomorrow. There's nothing to fear.
Hey, can I have a little of that?
The great Tokimasa instructed us not to give you any food at the feast.
Oh.
Don't you see? You're pure. The feast, the indulgence is there to test us, to show us that we are corrupted with the stains of impurity upon us. It is a reminder of how the great machine of man keeps our souls shackled and chained. Those who are cleansed must not turn away from the righteous path.
Right, but...
You're very lucky. Yes, so very lucky to be in Tokimasa's favor. He chose you. He chose you to be the bearer of the mask, to see the great door to the pure realm. Exorcismal excrement. Yes. The best kind of excrement. Those other children who were taken, that too was a test, to find the most pure among you. You understand, don't you?
I don't know.
Yes, of course not. You are but a child. Tokimasa says that you children are much wiser than us, that your understanding of the world is untainted.
Where's Mommy?
Mommy? Yes, I imagine she is with the guru. She is in need of the guru's love. Yes, her mind has gone astray of late, in such a key moment. The guru will show her the way, don't you worry. Mother, father, sister, brother, it doesn't matter. We are your family. You should go back to your bed. I don't know why the guru let someone so important wander freely. What if something would happen to you like the others?
What others?
Do not fear, child. The great Tokimasa's prophecy will come to pass, and there will be no fear. Very soon. You should go to sleep, child. Remember, do not eat this meal. It is food for us, the pitiful.
What's wrong? Why are you looking at me like that?
Nothing. It's nothing. The ritual is soon. It will be a time of great change. Go away.
Why?
Tomorrow you will guide us. But look at you. So young. We must be resilient. Fear is a pure emotion. All forms of life feel fear. To fear is not weakness, but a test. You are testing me. The guru is wise.
Are you okay? You're looking at me funny again.
It's nothing. What do you want?
Do you know where Takashi is?
Weak. They're weak. Don't think of them. Don't cloud your thoughts. You must remain as you are. Needn't worry. Tokimasa will guide us. Just wait.
What's wrong, Emiko?
Oh, Reina, what are you doing here? You scared me.
I'm sorry.
It's all right. You didn't mean it, did you?
No.
Then there's nothing to worry about. Do you want something?
Why isn't Takashi or the baby here with you?
He and his sister were not meant for the path of purity. Not like you. It's the night before the ritual.
I must unburden myself with thoughts of them.
What's unburden mean?
Unburden, Reina. It means I have to forget them.
Yes, forget the children, Emiko.
Becoming too attached to our offspring is part of mankind's great machine. It is a lie. This was a test. They did not pass. You must. We are so close to our goal. Yes, of course. I will not shackle myself to meaningless connections. Reina, don't worry. Tomorrow is the great ritual Tokimasa has envisioned. And you're the guest of honor. Everything will be all right.
Really?
Yes, of course. Now run along.
Fucking weirdos.
I can't let my daughter be in the ritual. That's not for you to decide. You know her importance. The guru said she can show us. But she's my daughter. Tokimasa hasn't told us what he's going to do to her. She is our daughter, Hisako. What if it doesn't work like he says? She's so young.
You doubt him? Now? It's because she's so young she was chosen. Her mind is not stained by regret, sadness, or corruption. She's perfect.
I know that. Just...
Then why hesitate? The Guru tells us we're approaching the moment that will bring us true peace. The culmination of everything we've worked for. Somehow your child is the focal point. He says she will be granted a sight even more profound than his own. She can lead us.
I only want to make sure she's okay.
He promised me she'd be safe, but now I'm not so sure.
The Guru will make sure she's taken care of. She'll want for nothing and be blessed with new sight. It's the only way. The world is on the brink of ruin. There's no time left. My own children will... Well... Emiko, don't worry. They'll be safe.
No! My own mother betrayed me. She dragged my children away to die in the filth.
I'm sorry. I must be strong. Soon we will have no more worries and ascend from our flesh. You know, don't you? I saw you outside when he told us. Yes. All of the things I studied, they were only ever used by corrupt people to control one another, to hurt one another. Soon we'll be free of all that. We'll escape the suffering of this world and be reborn. And it will be Reina who shows us the way. She will be the bridge. You're right. I always knew she was special. Even when she was growing inside me, I could feel it.
So took the dive. I purchased at this moment a good bit of software able to do animations like in this game. Hey man, that's cool. Did I miss something? There's a door there. Weird. Cutout animation. What's this? It looks like a simple wooden amulet. How did I not notice it before? What is this? I feel strange, like I'm back there again. What the fuck?
Where am I? The forest path. I saw things and started running. When I found the amulet, it cut away the fog that had been surrounding me and showed me the truth. The mask, the common Kai. Reina was there the whole time. They all killed themselves and made her wear the mask. That day was when it started. When Reina became the mask bearer, when her suffering truly began. The pulse of the dark has changed again, and the fuzzy image I had before is snapped into focus. Everything I need to put an end to this is in my hands. How long has it been, I wonder? A man in a sewer. A girl with red hair. Memories and thoughts that aren't my own. I'm in over my head. I'm so stretched out, it feels like the slightest breeze could topple me. And each time I get close to the truth, something drags me farther away. I feel like I'm so close. All the threads are leading to one place, and yet I haven't stopped to think of what finding it means. I'm on a ride that I have no control over, and that's moving too fast to focus on what's passing me by. If only I could go back and slow down, give myself some time to think. Instead, I keep rushing forward towards the unknown. Before I went to Aokigahara, I thought I had a handle on things. Then Reina showed up and turned it all on its head. My whole life I've thought that if I only connected the dots and contextualized the clues, it'd make everything simpler and it'd all work out. This time I'm not so sure. The only thing left to do is hold on tight and see where I end up. With me is a little wooden mask that so many died for, and now I'm using it myself. It doesn't feel right. It was her pain I felt back in the compound, the focal point to all of her misery. I wonder if it's the real Reina I've seen, or is that girl long gone? No, what I felt in the compound and the misery I feel in the dark are the same. It's her. The mask, Reina, the dark, all tied to the door. Despite everything I'd seen and all the mysteries that had been explained to me, what awaited me there was still unknown. My only chance to see Casa Ki again is to go into those filthy tunnels and find it. Only then do I have any hope of using it to change his fate. Something with that much power would have a cost, and I'd be forced to accept it without question. Nothing could ever be the same after today. My chance at a normal life disappeared the minute I took the mask from evidence. Maybe it would have found its way back to me eventually. Casa Ki Tanaka, the man I've suffered so much for, has been silent. Maybe he's not even down there anymore. I've seen what Reina's become as a result of the mask. Would that happen to me? Now that I know the way, is that what I really want? The horrible object was made out of the death of innocent people and fed hundreds of years later with more death. Why continue the cycle? Why shouldn't I destroy it? I suppose that's obvious. Because I'd be destroying Casa Ki and Reina along with it. If I don't act soon, it feels like the world will tear apart at the seams. The dark is creeping in at the seams, affecting people, even if they can't see it like I do. I have to do something. Shinjuku and Kamakura, the two places where my path started, are also where it has to end. This is it. I need to choose. Follow the thread further into the darkness or attempt to cut it and return to the light. Oh boy. Fuck it. Let's go get our boyfriend. We're gonna rescue our boyfriend, bitches. Let's go talk to this girl. Uh-oh, better sound the alarm. The detective is back. Damn it, every time I come in here, you... Don't sweat it, detective. I'm just busting your chops. Besides, it's not my problem anymore. What? I'm out of here. Wait, the other job, the sketchy one, you didn't... Nope, probably won't believe me, but I actually took your advice. Hell, I hardly believe it myself. How flattering. Didn't think the hard-boiled detective would be so thin-skinned. Yeah. Anyway, where are you headed? Don't know, but I think I'll leave the city. My big dreams kind of got drowned out. Now it's hard to be here and not fall back into old habits. Like hitting the old reset button, right? Reset button, huh? I could use one of those right about now. Things gotten that bad? I don't know yet. Probably. Only way to find out is to keep moving. Anything I can help with? Hey, don't give me that look. I mean it. No bullshit this time. Thanks, but I think I have to see out the rest of my problems on my own. And then why did you come in here? Couldn't tell you. I guess I have just kind of gotten wrapped up in this place. Sounds like you're the one who needs to leave the city. Bad places lead to bad memories, lead to bad decisions, if you ask me. And I'm an expert on bad decisions. Who is texting me? At least neither of us will have to deal with Godo or the million other perverts like him. For now, anyway. Good luck. Nah, you hold on to your luck. Looks like you could use it more than me. See you around, Ito. She's a sweetie. Let's go check on Daizo. Daizo. Oh, he looks so happy. Hey, Ayumi, perfect timing. Daizo, what's all this? Looks like you're all packed up. Like I said, perfect timing. I'm closing down. Oh, and this is... good? It's great. To be honest, the last time I saw you, I was kind of slipping again, you know? Going down memory lane, but in the worst way possible. And then I remembered our conversation the other day. How you said your attitude is the seasoning that flavors the food and all that. That sounds a lot more poetic than I would have said it, but yeah, I remember. Anyway, I realized the only flavor that could come out of this place was bitter. Real bitter. Then, crazy thing, my wife comes in after refusing to see me for years. Uh-oh. Yeah, uh-oh is right. Funny, she looks so much older than I remembered. Guess I came to a bit of a revelation when I saw her. I was clinging to this place, but for what? A life that I haven't been living, for a what-if that'll never happen. I realized giving up was keeping this place going. Not the other way around. Guess some people do have happy endings. Ha! If you go crippling debt happiness, wasn't cheap to run this place. At least that wedding ring I pawned took care of rent for the short term, haha. So, what are you gonna do now? Well, Haruto's always bugging me to join him on the road on that takoyaki stand of his. Yes! Takoyaki man! I love takoyaki. You didn't seem so keen on that the last time we talked. Well, you've had a change of heart. Have you been talking to Haruto again? No, could just see it on your face is all. He's always been my biggest supporter. Figure the least I can do is give the old lug a shot. Besides, with his help, I'm getting back in touch with my daughter. Things aren't all rainbows and daisies, but I'll get there somehow. What about you? Me? What about me? Did that Idol magazine I gave you end up helping you? I raised more questions than it answered. I doubt I could help you with all the complicated stuff you do. Cooking was all I was ever good at. It's like you said, though. Keep following through until the end, right? Yeah, I guess so. Take care of yourself, Daizo. Don't be a stranger. Come by me and Haruto's stand sometime. Aw. Daizo. We are not going in there ever again. That place was the worst. Let's check on the weird janitor. Oh my god. Like, it's you. Huh? Who? Me? Yeah, you. Daizo. Let me type it.
Whoa, can I, like, give you a hug? Hey, there's no need for that. Please don't touch me. Why so touchy-feeling all of a sudden? Detective sir, ma'am, I would never, like, feel you without your permission. That's not what forget it. Why exactly is it you were in such a good mood? You noticed, huh? Ta-da! What? I don't get it. Are you a magician? No, I got a promotion. Can't you tell by the new uniform? Taizo. Oh, cool. My nephew's names are boring, like James, William. It's exactly the same. Wait, you got a promotion? Yeah, like after you came in and talked to the manager and saw us and was like, whoa, this guy's helping the police. Said I was really, respectable or whatever. And I found that key. To the dumpster. Cha! Turns out I had a spare in my pocket the whole time. Of course you did. Of course you had a spare. Well, better you than someone like Taida. Who? No one. Congrats, kid. I think you're really going places. Thank you, sir. My cousin married a Japanese dude, so they have kids of cool Japanese American names. Yeah, so then that would be your first cousin once removed. If it's your cousin who had the kid, it's your first cousin once removed. Or second cousin. Shit, I don't remember. Sweet. Yeah, I want to name one of our kids Chikawadili. Chica for short. I'll type it. It's an Igbo name. Was it the Common Kai who put this here? Or maybe the Dark created it. These marks were never meant for me. Reina was trying to find her way back, like leaving breadcrumbs in a forest. Sometimes I wonder if this well went anywhere at all before Reina found it. The first time I came down here, I was so sure that I would save Tanaka alone, and I didn't think about what I was doing. Am I doing the same thing now? Probably, Ito. Probably. I like her little button. I just want one of those buttons. Creepy, creepy. When I found Kazuki's body, he was wearing the mask. She'd made him wear it as she'd been made too. Even after all the suffering she went through herself, she did it anyway. Can I really forgive her? She so desperately wanted to avoid becoming lost. When I was here last, I saw Tanaka, heard him call to me. What was it he was trying to say? Was he begging for help or begging me to stay away? This time will be different. It's no longer leading to a shapeless tunnel. Reina is down there. I can feel myself being drawn to her. Oh good, it's not gonna do that stupid thing where we have to, like, tap them in a certain order. That was fine once. I'm just glad we don't have to do it again. I feel like this is the end of the game, guys. This is new. Oh, no. Oh. I'm sure I'm pronouncing that name. Chikaudili. Chikaudili. We don't have any boy name ideas. Like, just girl names. Like, we thought about Marius for a boy. M-A-R-I-U-S. Marius. 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 Kitty! This was Star Wars. This is where we would die. Turn this off. Harriet and Abigail. Abigail's a good name, but one of my best friends is named Abigail, so... The challenge for me is finding something that's, like, good for a kid, but also good as an adult. Like, my first name is Kayla, which is, like, cool for a kid. Like, it's cute for a kid, but as an adult, it's like, ugh. Whereas, like, my husband has, like, his first name is Chris, which is a great name for an adult. For kids, I feel like maybe it's a little much. As I trudged through that oppressive, lonely place, I slowly became aware of someone else. Really? I thought I changed it. Thanks for letting me know. Oh, it's Axel. Whoops. Tokyo Dark. Thank you, Giggity Giggles. I did not realize... I thought I changed it, but I guess it didn't take. The dark woke up and began to shudder, as if racked with quiet sobs, and I felt a numbing sadness spread through my body. The sensation I felt in that place was familiar, and I knew right away why. Reina. She sat there like a lost little girl, like she'd been there for a long time and didn't know where to go. There was no fight in her body, no way for her to lash out. In that place, we were equals. She rose to her feet when she saw me, her eyes looking confused and desperate. She was the start of all of it, everything I'd gone through. Got kind of a hipster thing going on. I love that my name, as it was oddly not too common. But now it's apparently top 10 in baby names. Yeah, that's another thing too, is like, I don't want our kids to have like the same names as like freaking everybody else. I put an end to it, one way or another. So you went anyway, huh? Even though I told you to leave me alone.
Why couldn't you just forget and leave me alone? So that's it. You just want to keep hurting me, right? I hate to burst your bubble, but if it's revenge you're after, it won't work. Hope. Can't blow my brains out down here. The dark won't let you. Did I hurt your feelings? Did you bring your little gun all the way down here for nothing? Are you disappointed? I didn't bring it. There's no point. I didn't shoot you when you took Tanaka, and I won't now. Don't try and trick me. It doesn't mean you don't want to. After everything I tried, to think that you would be the one to show up here in the end. Funny, isn't it? Isn't it? After all, you were only supposed to be a guest star in my little show. A little temporary addition to liven things up a bit. You kept showing up and invited, digging up every sharp thing you could find to poke me with. Now I can't get rid of you. See? It is funny, right? No matter what we do, we're forced together again. We ought to make the best of it. You're right. We can't avoid each other forever. Chances forced us together, whether we like it or not. So all we can do is see it through to the end. Even when I saw you in the forest, you were down here, weren't you? Where else? Welcome to the end of the line. I don't understand. It's awful down here. Why didn't you try and get back to the surface? Why would I go back? What would be the point? When I do, I look around and don't even recognize it anymore. The streets are different. The sounds have changed. Everyone I knew and ever cared about is gone. You don't know what it's like. Every day the same, and feeling all my old pain again and again and again. People don't change. No matter what. No matter how much time goes, they also look at me like I'm a flea-bitten dog. Be kicked around and ignored. They hate me. At the end, I'll end up back here anyway, so why fight it? At least down here, nothing changes. When I was little, they said everything would be okay if I had the mask. But then Mommy died, and the police took it away from me, and nothing's gone right since. No one ever cared about me. The police, the foster homes, the other girls in the agency, they all hated me. They wanted me dead. You're just like the rest of them. Only someday you'll grow old and die, and I'll still be here. Unless you give me that mask. It isn't that simple. Having the mask isn't going to solve your problems. It is that simple. Everyone always tells me it can't be simple, but why not? None of this would have happened if it weren't for you. If you'd just given it to me in the first place, you could have lived your stupid little fantasy life. Instead, you had to be a hero and get involved in something that was none of your business. Why shouldn't I use it? Are my problems not as important as yours? That's it, isn't it? Everything is about you and making your life happy again. I won't let you be happy. I won't. If you won't help me, then fine. But I'll keep hurting you, and if you think it's bad now, you don't know the half of it. Or you could give it to me and go on pretending to be happy while I find the door again. Again? You've seen it before? I don't know exactly what you think is going to happen when you find it, but everything I've found tells me it's dangerous. No, you're wrong. The door isn't for you. The collector said so. He said if I had the mask, I could find it again. He said if I found a shrine belonging to Kawana, that I could find it. So you met him too. Reina, he wasn't trying to help us. He must have been toying with us. Shut up! You don't know anything. He told me the mask would let me see the door again. Just like the day Mommy died. When they put the mask on me and I kept my eyes closed like Mommy told me to. Even when people started getting sick and crying. I saw it. The door, even with my eyes still closed. When I looked at it, I heard Mommy's voice. And I knew if I found it, everything would be okay. I opened my eyes and it was gone. I took the mask and I saw Mommy on the ground. She wasn't moving anymore, like a doll. It was all my fault. It must have been. I did something wrong, but he told me if I found the mask, I could make it right again. Now I'm being punished for being a big screw-up. For not being pure like they told me to be. Except people like Higashi. They shouldn't have hurt me. They should have left me alone. I had to punish them. I just want to stop them from hurting me. It doesn't make them bad, right? Make me bad, right? You understand, don't you? The funny thing is that if Tanaka was here, he'd understand. Even after everything you did to him. That's the kind of guy he is. Reina, it's not all your fault. This is beyond you. It always has been. That's why Tanaka was so intent on following you from the start. You weren't just some orphan girl. He somehow saw the darkness that was behind you. If only he had told me, I could have been there for him. Helped him.
But, no, You could have helped me, Ayumi. He was helping me. He was gonna save me.
Then why? If he was helping you, why hurt him?
I didn't want to hurt Tanaka, but it was the only way to bring him here. The same way I was brought here. I thought I'd figured it out. But my white knight abandoned me, went somewhere else. It turns out it was just another stupid idea from a stupid girl.
What you did to Tanaka was wrong, but you can still make this right. You brought him down with you that night. Where is he?
I don't know where he is.
Just tell me what happened from the beginning.
It's hard to remember.
Please try.
Nothing's gone the way I thought it would. When I went back to Shinjuku, I remembered how I ended up in the dark. I knew what I had to do so Tanaka could be with me. Only the mask wasn't awake. It wasn't loud like in Kamakura. So I made you come into the tunnel with me and Tanaka so it could wake up. Then I slit his throat and went back to the dark. And I waited. Tanaka woke up down there too, but the mask was gone.
He was alive?
He was like me. Or I thought he was. At first he seemed okay, but then he started wandering around, staring into space and talking to people who weren't there. Poor Tanaka. I think I broke him, Ayami-chan.
So he was down here. Tell me where he is.
You don't get it, do you? I don't know where he is, and I don't care. Tanaka abandoned me. Even when he was here, he kept mumbling on and on about how he was going to help you. He gave you something, didn't he? That traitor. How else would you be able to keep finding me? He even said he saw the door. But he didn't take me there. I hate him! Why did he leave me? To think Tanaka would help a stupid little girl like me. It was dumb to try and bring him here. The collector said I'd find the door with the mask. I just don't want to be alone is all. Now you're here, so I guess the mask is too. I didn't need him after all. He's gone.
You're wrong. I can feel him somewhere here. He's waiting for me.
Can? Maybe he's at the door. Please, take me there. Don't leave me.
The mask opened the dark and took me straight to Reina. Now that I'm here, I can feel it, pulsing like a heartbeat. A door. The unknowable place where chance and fate have no importance. That's where Casa Ki is. I know now what will happen if I lead her there. She'll get what she truly wants. She'll get to rest and finally be free. No more pain, no more suffering. Maybe that's what Casa Ki would have wanted. If I do that, the dark would change shape again. Any hope of finding him would be lost. He'd be trapped here waiting for me. And I'd never be able to tell him the truth behind everything he suffered for. It's at the Casa Ki Tanaka that's left here as the same man I love. Either way, I have to abandon someone. But it's my responsibility. I have to choose. Ooh.
Please, don't hurt me. What I did to Tanaka, it was the only way. You get it, right? Right?
No. You're wrong. And then again, maybe there isn't a right way to begin with. In your own way, you're the same as me, grasping at whatever you could. He may still be down here, like you said. Would the Tanaka I find be the real him, though? If I used the mask, would I be the real me? I'm not so sure anymore. You're really not going to go after him? No. I'd have to give up even more of myself, succumb even more to this darkness. He wouldn't have wanted that. You know, for a long time, your face was all I saw, ever since Kamakura. It motivated me to push through my sadness because I thought I was doing something good, putting my problems behind me by becoming the hero and slaying some ancient evil. You became a demon, a symbol of all my hatred, of everything bad that happened to me that day. No, I'm not. I'm not a demon. No, you're not. You're just a girl. Always were. Besides, I'm no hero. I'm not sure if there is such a thing. I realize that now. Me, you, Tanaka. All three of us were just paper dolls caught in a storm, being blown by winds that were so far out of our control. I'm sorry. I didn't mean for any of it to happen. I just wanted a way out. I wanted to be normal. Tanaka was one of the smartest detectives. No, one of the smartest people I knew. I think he knew what would happen to him. Maybe that's why he was so distant. I wish things had played out differently for us. And for you. Reina, I know what happened to you. All of it. I don't know how I saw all those things, but I can't just ignore them. No one deserves to experience what you did, Reina. Every day you lived in hell with no love or light. It was awful. We failed you, and I'm sorry. I forgive you, Reina. It hurts to say it. That's selfish, isn't it? I can't forget the pain you caused me despite how hard I try. But I do forgive you because somewhere along the way, this horrible cycle has to end. I don't want to hurt people anymore. Then come with me. Let me help you. Why? Where are we going? To the door. You said you heard your mom, right? Let's go see her. I'm scared. What if she isn't there? What if I was wrong? It's okay. There's nothing to be afraid of. You can rest like you always wanted. No more coming back. No more hurting people. Though I can't tell you what's waiting for you. I know it's better than this. I promise. Ayami, do you think it'll hurt? No. How do you know? I don't know how. But the dark responds to the feelings of the people in it. Every time we butt heads, it pushed me out. It feels different now. It feels peaceful. What I'm trying to say is I don't want to hurt you, Reina. I only want to help. And I think the dark will, too. Okay. I'm ready. Thank you, Ayami. I don't know why you helped me, but thank you. We set her free. For years, Reina searched for the door. The whole time it was nearby, hidden by a thick darkness that shifted in reaction to her own hatred and fear. The mask began to tug at me as if guiding us, and together, hand in hand, it appeared in front of us. I wasn't sure how I hadn't noticed it before. It was like it had always been there. Until that moment, I'd never noticed how small and truly fragile she was. Standing in front of the door, she shook like a leaf. Squeezing her hand, I reassured her, told her that I forgave her, knowing that if she took a step forward, it would all be over and she'd find peace. I thought maybe I would too. For a long time, she stood, saying nothing, and eventually she let go of my hand and moved through the door. and as soon as she did, her image began to fade. She was smiling. Not the unhinged smile from my past, but her true smile. The smile of a little girl. It's that smile, free of hate and malice, that I remember now. The dark remained even after she left, though it began to change as I remained within it, suddenly agitated and expansive, like it was growing. Somehow I knew what little light I saw was because of Reina. Her fear and hatred diffused out of the shadows. Thanks to that light, I was able to find the surface. The mask didn't quiet after Reina's passing, and every day it became more restless. One day, I cast it into the sea near Kamakura, and despite the Kamura woman's warning, it never returned to me, though occasionally I can still feel it, scratching like a pin needle on the back of my skull. When the girl faded, other memories did too. Impressions of a man called Casa Ki and a love we once shared. I find pictures in my apartment that I know are him, yet all I see is the face of a stranger looking up at me. Some nights I wake up with tears in my eyes and images of that face crying out to me from some dark corner of my dreams, and I desperately try and remember why that memory remains. It's something about those pictures. Staying in that apartment feels familiar, even I can't make sense of it some days. All I remember for sure is Reina's smile, knowing that in those final moments she forgave me for what I did to her. Finally, I was able to feel peace. Hey, man. And that's Tokyo Dark. I can't tell if that was a good ending or not, but I feel like we did the right thing. I wonder how many endings there are. Yeah, definitely pick this up. Like, this is good shit. I think I got this off Humble Bundle. Forget how much I paid for it. Not a lot. Oh, this was Kickstarted. Oh, yeah. 1 second. I want to see how much I paid for this. Okay, so it's like 20 bucks. Like $17.99. Interesting. Most interesting. You're nothing but a crow feeding on the carrion that time leaves in its wake. Forgive me for not being an impartial spectator of human suffering. The woman had her own desires. I only gave her a little push. I thought you'd be happy. Ito found forgiveness through the context of her suffering by drowning herself in the past. A historian's dream. A gesture of extraordinary kindness, yes. And history does not smile at the happiness of one. It favors the welfare of all. Time is not a single thread, but a complex tapestry, pushed and formed into a picture by the forces of fate and chance. The different threads present a myriad of truths, and all an aspect of the same visage, nonetheless. A myriad. Interesting, interesting. I would have thought one so interested in history would adhere to a single truth. On the contrary, if history has taught me anything, it is that there is no one truth. The deeper one gazes, the more complex it becomes. Yes, all are truth. All grant insight into the same puzzle. You're right, my old friend. Time is a spiral, and observe it long enough, and we may yet learn something. No, she is not your plaything. It is not your decision. There's only one way this can end. Only one way for the world to remain intact and stop the thing that's coming. It must be protected. The role must be performed. Stubborn. So stubborn. Allow me to ask you a question. I believe I know it already. You've asked it before. Indulge me. I asked her the same question. If the dancing puppet looks up and sees its strings, does it remain a puppet? What of fate and chance, then? I answer your riddle with one of my own. You see the storm clouds approaching, and though you can take shelter or alter your course, does the storm not come regardless? Pah, no fun. You've never tolerated my philosophical side. Nor are you me when I tell you how things are. I suppose that's because we are one and the same. What of her? All we can do is see. But eventually she will end up there. There is only one path which will hold the world together. Interesting. New game plus. I see. Okay. It is 10 o'clock. I think I'm going to call it quits for tonight. Since we finished that, kind of seems like a good place to get off the train. Get off the Tokyo Dark train. And, wait. Was that there before? Interesting. Alright. Anyhow. Sounds ood. Sounds good. Yeah, thanks for hanging out with me, guys. I really appreciate it. I'm not streaming tomorrow night. I am not streaming Wednesday. Might stream Thursday, I'm not sure. Friday I will not be streaming. You might not see me until Sunday, honestly. Because my husband gets back Friday. I have D&D Wednesday. Grish is coming to hang out on Thursday. So maybe we'll play Overcooked on Thursday. Maybe I'll just like pull his ass in here and get him to hang out. Anyhow, thanks folks. I appreciate it. Y'all have a great night and a great week, and I will catch you later.